Hey mathematicians, let's do our homework on prime factorization so we can enjoy the weekend. So we are going to find the prime factorization of each of these numbers. I'm going to use a prime factor tree and then write them in simplest form, which means that we're going to be including exponents when we can. Okay, 125. Well, based on that 5, I know we can divide it by 5. 5 times 25 equals 125. 5 is a prime number, so I circle it. 25 is a composite number, so I have to keep decomposing it. What times what makes 25? Ooh, 5 times 5. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 is a prime number, so is 5. I have no more branches of my tree. That's how I know that I'm done. I'm going to write my final answer. I have a 5 times a 5 times another 5. And 5 times 5 times 5 can be most simply written as 5 to the power of 3. So that's what we're doing for each of these. Same steps, we're just looking at different numbers here. So think about your divisibility rules. If it ends in 0, what could you start dividing it by? There's no wrong way to do this. Well, there are multiple correct ways to do this. Let's say that. You could say this is 32 times 10. Or you could also divide it in half and say 320 is 160 times 2. Here you'd have a prime number. Here you'd have two composite numbers that you'd still need to keep decomposing. It's all going to end up as the same final answer. So it's whatever way you see. Like, oh, I could divide it this way. Whatever you see, that's going to get you started. All of these are pretty much the same. We're not really doing anything different. So there was your one example and a reminder of how to do it. Remember that if you have multiple different factors, like, okay, fine. I'll give you two examples. Let's keep going with this one. I always like to decompose into large factors because then that helps me simplify fastest. 5 times 10, plus I just know that I can divide by 10 there, is 2 times 5. 32, that is 4 times 8, or also 16 times 2, whichever way you see it. Neither of those are prime numbers. I'm going to decompose 4 into 2 times 2. 2's are prime. 8 I can break down into 2 times 4. And 4 can break down into another 2 times 2. There I have no more branches. And you cannot write your 5 first. Remember that you need to write your prime factors in order from least to greatest. The smallest circled number here is 2. So you'd start with 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5. No more circled prime numbers. I can simplify this as 2 to the power of 6 times 5. That's your final hint. Remember to put them in order from least to greatest when you're ordering your prime factors.